few men have virtue to withstand the highest bidder. Strive not with your superiors in argument, but always submit your judgment to others with modesty. A bad war is fought with a good mind. To encourage literature and the arts is a duty which every good citizen owes to his country. I conceive a knowledge of books as the basis upon which other knowledge is to be built. A sensible woman can never be happy with a fool. The harder the conflict, the greater the triumph. The consciousness of having discharged the duty which we owe to our country is superior to Washington. There is a destiny which has the control of our actions, not to be resisted by the strongest efforts of human nature. I was summoned by my country, whose voice I can never hear but with veneration and love. Nothing is a greater stranger to my breast, or a sin that my soul more abhors, than that black and detestable one, ingratitude. I hold the maxim no less applicable to public than to private affairs, that honesty is the best policy. No taxes can be devised which are not more or less inconvenient and unpleasant. I shall make it the most agreeable part of my duty to study merit, and reward the brave and deserving. A man's intentions should be allowed in some respects to plead for his actions. Every post is honorable in which a man can serve his country. 'Tis our true policy to steer clear of permanent alliances with any portion of the foreign world. The value of liberty was thus enhanced in our estimation by the difficulty of its attainment, and the worth of characters appreciated by the trial of adversity. Mankind, when left to themselves, are unfit for their own government. Gambling is the child of avarice, the brother of iniquity, and the father of mischief. Where's the security for property, for reputation, for life, if the sense of religious obligation deserts the oaths? I go to the chair of government with feelings not unlike those of a culprit who is going to the place of his execution. I wish from my soul that the legislature of this state could see the policy of a gradual abolition of slavery. Jealousy and local policy mix too much in all our public councils for the good government of the Union. In a words, the Confederation appears to me to be little more than a shadow without the substance. The time is near at hand which must determine whether Americans are to be free men or slaves. I hope, some day or another, we shall become a storehouse and granary for the world. A slender acquaintance with the world must convince every man that actions, not words, are the true criterion of the attachment of friends. War, an act of violence whose object is to constrain the enemy, to accomplish our will. Friendship is a plant of slow growth and must undergo and withstand the shocks of adversity before it is entitled to the appellation. Arbitrary power is most easily established on the ruins of liberty abused to licentiousness. Nothing can be more hurtful to the service, than the neglect of discipline, for that discipline, more than numbers, gives one army this superiority over another. It will be found an unjust and unwise jealousy to deprive a man of his natural liberty upon the supposition he may abuse it. Some day, following the example of the United States of America, there will be a United States of Europe. Laws made by common consent must not be trampled on by individuals. The Constitution is the guide which I never will abandon. If the freedom of speech is taken away, then dumb and silent we may be led, like sheep to the slaughter. The basis of our political system is the right of the people to make and to alter their constitutions of government. Lenience will operate with greater force, in some instances, than rigor. It is therefore my first wish to have all of my conduct distinguished by it. Labor to keep alive in your breast that little spark of celestial fire, called conscience. Let us with caution indulge the supposition that morality can be maintained without religion. Reason and experience both forbid us to expect that national morality can prevail in exclusion of religious principle. My first wish is to see this plague of mankind, war, banished from the earth. My mother was the most beautiful woman I ever saw. All I am I owe to my mother. I attribute all my success in life to the moral, intellectual and physical education I received from her. Which quotes do you like most? Your opinion send in the comments.